Ashanti's breaking her silence and revealing that she was not boyfriend and girlfriend with Irv Gotti. She also talked about the toxicity that surrounded him being the head of her label and how he tried to block bags. And she actually feels like Irv Gotti wishes death on her and apparently threatened boyfriends of hers. We got to talk about her recent interview with Angie Martinez and everything that came out from that conversation. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Finally, I can talk about something outside of Housewives. Last night, I did get a chance, and shout out to all of you that linked me to different stories that you want me to talk about or cover. And this was one that I did want to talk about because we briefly spoke about Irv Gotti and his Drink Champs interview and his obsession with Ashanti. Well, Ashanti, who usually just stays in her own lane. She does her music, she does her acting, and literally she's doing this interview with Angie Martinez in Canada because she's filming a movie there, and it's like 1 a.m. in the morning, and she has to be up by 4 a.m. You can say what you want about Ashanti, and I have over the years, over the Ashanti, but she works hard and has really come a long way in regards to just still being out there and still making money. Well, she says in this interview that Irv Gotti, when they literally were separating from each other, and he basically said, I don't want you to be a part of Murder Inc. anymore, was still trying to block bags from her and would tell DJs not to play her music. She had a potential deal with Dr. Dre, and Irv Gotti allegedly said that he wanted 90% of everything that she would earn. You also may have heard a few months ago, maybe over a year ago, she said that she wants to re-record all her music because, hello, this Irv Gotti situation, she lays it all out. She doesn't even talk like this when it comes to her personal life, but she lays it all out. And when we talked about how Irv Gotti called her, he said that she didn't support him during the whole, FBI investigation. And all of us were like, there's literally footage of Ashanti going to the court multiple times. And she says in this interview that she was filming something and she wasn't even supposed to leave Canada at the time, but she still did. She also talked about their relationship. So as you know, during their supposed relationship, she won't refer to it as a relationship. She says they dealt with each other. New Yorkers, what does that mean again? I don't remember that. That's a little slang New York term, I think. But you guys will let me know in the comment section. Dealt with each other, just a sexual relationship? Angie, you should have asked the follow-up. What do you mean by dealt with? Was it a sexual relationship? See, that's where Angie and I differ as interviewers. It's okay, Angie. This is why everyone goes to you. Wink, wink. Anyways, but I did enjoy this conversation because Ashanti doesn't talk a lot. And if she's going to talk to someone, she's going to talk to someone that she feels comfortable speaking that speak. And she talks about the relationship and how this documentary, she was supposed to be a part of it, but she just couldn't. She hasn't really spoken to Irv Gotti, and all of what has been playing out on social media and in these interviews, she's just like, really? Like, what are you doing? But everything that she says about Irv Gotti in this interview, it's clear manipulation. It's clear narcissism. It's clear someone's trying to control this woman. She says that he claims that, like, I made you effable. I made these men want to be with you. And Ashanti's like, well, if you created me, how come you've never done it again? That part got me. She's right. How come you've never done it again? Look, you can say what you want about Ashanti, but girl, when she came out, I think together, there was magic all together in what they did together as Murder Inc., Ja Rule, and Ashanti. But what she lays out in regards to their relationship, business relation, not even their whatever it was, because she said he had all kinds of girlfriends, and when they were together, he kept on saying, I don't live with her. I live in a separate place. We're legally separated. According to, remember, everyone said, you have a wife. Why are you talking about Ashanti in this relationship? And all the other disgusting things that he said during the documentary and in the Drink Champs interview. Disgusting. But a lot of you already picked up, this is giving off, you're obsessed with her. And she literally says that in the remix for Diddy's song. I'm glad that she's at least speaking up for herself, because Ashanti says to Angie, she's like, I'm a strong person. I have a strong personality, but somewhere along the way, this man's manipulation, this man constantly saying to me that I created you, I made you. She started to believe it on some level, until she started to surround and build herself with her own team. He even tried to have his own accountants and people that were representing him represent her. And he wanted her to invest in certain things that he was investing in. He was trying to control Ashanti all around. Ashanti, I don't know if this is a legal grounds for you to get your master's back or whatever it may be, because his inappropriate and obsession, there's got to be some sort of legal something that you could do here, because everything that she said about him sounds clearly like obsession. But one of the things that stood out to me in this conversation was that she says, I honestly believe that Irv Gotti wishes death on me.
Cordial, you know what I mean? And then, the evil texts started coming in, And then it's just like, that's when I had to just accept that he was just on a different path than me. You know what I mean? And I had to kind of like fall back. You could try. Again, I'm very forgiving. I'm a Libra. I'm about peace. I used to text him white flag emojis. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. I'm random. White flag emoji. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we've accomplished so much. It doesn't make sense for you to have this much hate for me. Like, I genuinely, in my heart, I believe that Irv wishes death on me. 1,000,000%.
Oh, no.
1,000,000%.
Really?
1,000,000%.
That's horrible.
It's crazy. And that's why I feel like accepting that I was once a person that respected him and, had genuine love and, appreciated and, loved the work ethic and all the things that we've done. That's where I feel like, wow, so maybe I was wrong.
Even Angie was like, what? Why do you say that? She really feels that he hates her. And everything that she says in this interview, because she lays out multiple times and multiple examples of how he has been abusive. I mean, for lack of a better word, abusive behavior towards her over the years, be it in interviews, but also her time with being with Murder Inc. And when she tried to separate herself, he was preventing things. Like I said, he was preventing DJs from playing her music. People that worked with her, he also worked with. He was telling her, if you mess with her, you don't mess with me anymore. People that he had known for a long time. So this whole mafioso feeling that everyone got from Irv Gotti, apparently, according to Ashanti, is true. But it sounds as if Irv Gotti is obsessed with her. But the fact that she feels that he would go as far as wish death upon her, that was just like, I mean, when you lay out everything that she says in this interview about their relationships, the ups and the downs, his obsession, him finding out about her dating Nelly and her threatening. She didn't say Nelly, but I'm assuming it's Nelly, that he was threatening Nelly. And then you believe that you made her. And when she clapped back and said that, if you made me, how come you never made another one? That part, Ashanti, that part. But the biggest thing that I got from this is that Ashanti finally spoke up for herself. Finally was able to, because here's the thing, I'm big on don't even respond. But after this person constantly is going on different platforms, and in this documentary that should have been celebratory about what Murder Inc. was able to do, but you're using this platform as a moment to talk about Ashanti, your relationship, and all these mistruths, according to Ashanti, when it should be a celebratory documentary, it comes a time where you have to speak up for yourself. And I'm glad that she did, and I'm glad that she did it with Angie Martinez, because they've had a long relationship. And Angie knows Irv Gotti as well. I thought this was a good interview. As always, I'll be citing my sources in the description. Go check out the full interview of what Ashanti had to say about Irv Gotti, what he's been saying in the media. She's finally speaking up for herself, and I'm glad that she is. If you watched the interview, I want to hear from you. What did you think of the interview? What stood out to you the most? And let's have that conversation below. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.